We're back. Now I'm just going to show you a couple things. Wanted to wait for all of the compile stuff to go on so we could generate two things. One is a WebGL filing project, and the other is an iOS project, so we can see how we use these, once they got them done. Alright, so I'm going to open up my builds directory here. So here's my iGuy WebGL. Now here's some interesting tidbits, alright? So I'm going to show you three browsers and how all three of them are vastly different. And here's the problem. WebGL has not quite become a universal architecture just yet. So I'm going to open it first with Google Chrome and see what happens. And it's going to say, your browser does not support running Unity WebGL content from a file. So basically what it means is Chrome does not support WebGL from a local directory. You can upload this and it'll play just fine. And it's just one of these caveats that for security reasons they don't like to run this stuff from a local drive, and it'll say it's loading, but it will refuse to load it. Alright, so now let's load this up with Safari, which will support local downloading of WebGL files. Now don't forget, all you need is an index file. You don't need any plugin or anything to run this. But one thing I notice here, look how badly Safari does the lighting. Totally different than what we expected. Now we could tweak this and tailor it to this WebGL implementation. However, if I open it up in Safari, or excuse me, Firefox, it looks a lot like what we want it to look like, right? So the shadows are pretty poor quality here, if you notice. There are ways to optimize this stuff. Now, when you're going out to WebGL, there's a lot of optimization that can be done here. And some of the parameters are still being generated and still being tweaked, and I found a lot of them on the Unity forums to make their shadows higher depth and higher quality when they're going out to WebGL. And this one of these quality settings, there's a lot of things to tweak when we go out to web because we have such different implementations of the web stuff for every browser and for every PC and for every Mac. So, you got to spend a lot of time really trying to make sure that all your browsers are working properly and test it on multiple pieces of equipment. And that's the problem with exporting builds to games. You don't know who's going to be playing it on what equipment, with the exception of consoles, right? If we go out to a console, everyone's got the same console, which is a really nice thing about developing for the console, is that everyone has the same hardware.